29 and a half to there, and I have a square, and I use this square when I cut 2x4s and 2x6s, and it just works out good. Okay, now I guess I better start cutting some 2x6s. Now on this one, I don't need a full length one. I'm just going to cut the end off because it's not square, because I cut that off with a Sawzall. And so I'm just going to use my square, and I'm going to cut that off with my saw, make sure I don't hit any nails on this old stuff. I put my foot underneath it. Some people are shocked at that, but you watch most construction guys, and that's how they do it. But I've had years of doing it this way. I always put my saw, you know, on a piece of plywood or something. Okay, don't set it, if you're working in the dirt or the sand or something, don't set it down like that. Or lots of times guys have a tendency to want to set it down like that. Then you get sand up in there, and it's not good for your saw. Okay, be careful with your saw. That's my first piece. That's going to go on that 2x6, remember? So I don't need a long one there, but I need 29 and a half inches. So I've got to check some stuff out. Oh, this one's got some nails on it. Oh, I told you to bend the nails down. There's a few I missed. And I'm not gonna use that. It's all split and stuff. I only need a piece. It's 29 and a half inches. Right? So I'm just gonna use my, let's see if you can see all that. Okay. I'm just going to use my square. I'm not going to, just because this is a square end, I'm not going to use it. If I pull those nails out, it's all split and everything. So I'm just going to cut off some here. And see where 29 and a half goes, to make sure that I don't hit any nails, which I don't think I will. I could pull those nails if there were any. I look on both sides because this is an old one. I don't want to have a nail on the back side, or one here flopped over, or else I cut it with my saw. I don't want that. So now 29 and a half. My tape measure out. 29 and a half, and I just put one little mark. And I want you to see this. Now I can take my square, right? My square up there. I put it just before the line, because the pencil mark is almost, not a 1/16 of an inch, but you don't want to put your square exactly on the line, because then when you do this, you're going to be slightly longer than 29 and a half. I mean, for this purposes, it doesn't matter, right? But if you're building something exact, you gotta do it right. Just gotta clean up my pencil a little. Okay, check it all out. Just cut it nice and easy. Now they have, like I say, I don't usually use a saw like this, but I had to get rid of my other one when I moved. And the commercial ones are a a different one. This is called a Skill Saw 77, and it's longer, and you hook it up to an extension cord and all that kind of stuff. But the thing I liked about this when we got it at the store, you know, it's battery operated. I got a couple batteries for it. It came with the blade. The blade is 6.5. I think it's 6.5 inch, and it's carbide tip. And lots of times when you find a saw like this at the store, a lot of times this blade is over on this side. And so if you're right-handed, it's hard to hold it up there and cut on the line as you're looking over sideways to try to see the blade over here. And then you're liable to cut your foot off or have it back up on you or something like that. Or, so if you're gonna get a little circular saw like this, and if you're right-handed, try to get one with the blade on the left-hand side so that you can more easily see the blade as you're cutting, okay? All right, got that. 29 and a half. And this thing was, I think this is going to work. It's got a little bit of mold, water. That was water damage. See there? Look at that. But I think it's going to be strong enough. We're going to have to decide here what to do. It's stronger up on this point, and I might need to do that. Let's see here. No, I think it'll be all right. I was gonna cut this off and measure from there down, but I think I'm gonna make this the first 29 and a half because it's kind of solid at the bottom. I don't want to cut it right in there or something. Yeah, I should have saved some of those old long 2x6s, huh? 29 and a half. Oh, that comes right where a nail is. Ah. Looks like I'm going to have to cut a little bit of this length off. Oh, I didn't want to do that. And it's kind of hard to cut just a little tip off with your saw without lifting up the blade and all that. But we're gonna give it a go. Because see, lots of times people want to lift up the guard. Well, that's in a perfect world. If you've got this clamped up on a table or something, you know what? That's pretty silly too. I don't have my goggles on. You want to always have your goggles on, because I was thinking, they're fogging up a little bit, so I'll just keep them off until I get up into that column. I forgot. Sometimes you get shavings flying up in your eyes. 29 and a half. Okay. My square out. And because I put everything on my left foot, I try to flip it around. I could do it this way. Then I just have to cut on the left-hand side of the line instead of the right-hand side. But because there's not much, there's a little bit of the wood. I like to do it this way. I cut the piece I'm saving on my foot, but I could do it the other way too. Okay, 29 and a half, and I need one more piece. Boy, I hope I can climb up in there. Take a look at that. That's an awful looking board on that side, but see on this side it looks pretty good, huh? That's what dry rot can do. That's why lots of those in the corners I decided to take out, because I wasn't sure what was on the other side. Now, I've got a nail sticking out, but I can beat that in, because that's right in the way of my blade. Okay? But I could cut it on the other side, or I could do that. That was just a little piece. I'm going to get that out of there. Okay. Boy, I haven't cut wood for a while. This feels good. This feels good. 29.5, measure twice, cut once, double check it. 29.5. I was hoping the saw was going to be okay for cutting stuff and have it not bog down after a while, and it seems to be doing good. Okay, how are we going to do this anyways? Let's see. Well, that's up high. So I'm just going to take this small one and screw it right there with 4 screws. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe even 6 screws, because I'm going to take that out afterwards. And another reason I'm not going to use the nails, because I don't want to start banging this. And this is hard wood. This is here for 17 years approximately. And I don't want it, this goes up to that column. I don't want to crack any stucco on the column. But see, these pieces are going to go right like that. Boom. Like that. I can't screw this into anything, can I? Because there's no wood over here. That's concrete right there. There's concrete on this other side. Over here. I think you can see that. And then this last one, it's just going to set on top of the 2x6 like that. On the bottom plate, like that. And this 2x6 here is going to get screwed in like that. And then I'm just going to take that plywood, and I'm hoping, I might have to measure that. This one I know is going to go right here. These on the back, I might have to slide over a little bit off of the 2x6 mud seal at the bottom, just a little bit, in case my wood's not wide enough, because I'm going to need a platform that's sticking out about 17.5 inches wide. I'm just going to put a double layer on there and then just stand on it. You know, it might give a little bit, but it's not gonna fall in. So it's not like I have to build anything majestically or anything. I'm measuring this wood. See, I only got, oh boy, 12 inches. My other piece is 13.5. It's 13.5. So I got to measure over there. See, that's even smaller. So I'm gonna have to. I'm probably gonna have to slide this over. I may have to cut a. Oh, geez. Yeah, I will have to slide it over a little bit. Boy, tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. All right. So I'm gonna have to cut a 2x6. I wasn't gonna make this part of the video, but I mean, if you find yourself in a place like this, you're just going to have to measure things. So I can put a 2x6 flat right down there on the concrete. And then this will have to slide over a little bit because my material is only so wide. And I don't want to put a seam in it because it's going to make it weak. All right. I'll figure it out. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done.